Hey there, I'm so glad that you're here today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Taylor. Guess what, guys? We did it. We made it through 2020 and it is now officially 2021. I personally have never been huge into New Year's. I've never really been a big New Year's resolution person. The whole New Year, New Me thing has just never been my favorite because in my mind it's just another day. You know, things don't necessarily change because the calendar changes. However, I do always use the new year to kind of review and reset a few things in my life just to help me get reorganized and make sure that everything is still streamlined and going good. And I thought it would be a fun idea to share those things with you guys. The things that I do every single new year just to help me kind of get refocused for the next 12 months. Some of these tips are more like personal finance related, and then some of them are just more general lifestyle. And so I am going to share both categories, and I have a couple of tips under each one. Some of them are really random and really specific, but these are just things that I do every year to kind of help my year run smoothly and just help me to have a better year. And so that's what I'm here to share with you guys, just some tips to help your year be a little more organized and hopefully just a little better. Because let's be honest, I think we're all ready for a little bit of that after 2020. And so maybe some of these tips will help you feel just a little more on top of your year going into 2021. All right, so let's start with the lifestyle tips. When I said that some of these tips are random and very specific, this is the one that I had in mind, and that's to go ahead and buy all of your birthday greeting cards for the entire year. Yes, the entire year. So right here, I actually already bought all of the birthday cards that I need for all of my family and friends. And I actually put them in order of the birthdays. And so this is super nice because I just keep them where I keep all of our wrapping supplies. And then whenever it's someone's birthday, I know that theirs is the top card, which is super easy to keep up with. And I will say that this was especially useful in 2020 when we were in like major lockdown, because I did have a couple of family members that had birthdays during that time, and if I didn't already have the cards, then I wouldn't have been able to send them anything. But I was able to just go into my stash and mail their card as usual. And so that helped a ton. Also, let's be real, we're all just super busy and it is so easy to forget about someone's birthday, and I don't want to do that. You know, I want to make them feel special because they are special to me. It's just life gets chaotic. And so if I take, 15 minutes to go to the dollar store and just get everyone's cards at the beginning of the year, then I don't have to think about it and I don't have to, last minute go and then I'm mailing it late and it's just a big ordeal. This has saved me so much stress and, just thinking about it, and it's awesome. So, like I said, I know that it's super specific, super random, but it's one of those things that has genuinely helped me feel like I'm on top of things for the year. And if you want to be even more organized, which I needed to do this year, is go ahead and get like a book of stamps and just put it right with your stash of cards. And that way you already have stamps and you're ready to go to mail it out as soon as you need to for someone's birthday. So that would be my tip, is add some stamps to this as well. My next lifestyle tip for getting your year off to a great start is to list out your goals or your tasks for the year and break them up. So for example, for me for this year, a lot of my tasks are related to getting some bigger things done around our house. We moved into our house about 2 years ago and it was a new build, and so there's still a lot of things that we want to do to customize it to make it our own. And I have a long list of tasks that I would love to get done this year, but it's not realistic for me to assume that we're going to be able to get them all done in the next 2 months, for example. Also, because we live in Florida, a lot of the outdoor tasks, it's just not reasonable for us to do that in July and August when it's unbelievably hot here. And so the tasks that are a little more labor intensive and are outdoors, those are things that I have prioritized for earlier in the year. So here in January, February, and March. And then maybe some of our larger indoor projects that I would love to accomplish, those can be pushed to July and August when you really don't even want to step outside. And so that's what I mean by breaking it up, is just kind of looking at your year as a whole, and then whatever tasks you want to accomplish, assign a task a month, or if you have smaller tasks, you know, a task per week, whatever works for you. But that is just what I recommend, breaking it up so that you don't feel so overwhelmed, feeling like you're never going to accomplish anything, or feeling like you have to do it all at once. This could absolutely apply to really any goal or task that you have in mind, whether your goal is weight loss, which is a really common New Year's resolution, or maybe it's like decluttering, whatever the situation is, you know, set small progress points for yourself. So if it's weight loss, then you know, give yourself a pound a week or whatever it is. Don't think, oh, I just need to lose 50 pounds. That's gonna seem so overwhelming, just like I need to declutter my whole house. Well, that's gonna make you feel discouraged and like you're not gonna wanna tackle it. But if you break it up into thinking, okay, in January, I'm going to declutter my pantry, then it feels so much more doable, and it really just helps you to feel like you're actually accomplishing something and like you're actually organized as far as getting your things done. Let me know in the comments if you have any goals for this year, whether they are more typical New Year's resolution goals, or maybe if you even have things that you just want to accomplish around your house. Leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to chat with you guys about what we're all trying to do in 2021. All right, so the next tip is making me already laugh because I definitely need to be better about this, and that is creating a cleaning schedule. And what I specifically mean by this is to do small tasks every single day, or at least regularly, so that things don't pile up and then you find yourself having to have a marathon cleaning weekend where everything just feels so piled up that you feel like you're barely making a dent. I know we've all been there, and for me personally, having a dirty, messy home just makes me feel so anxious, and I have trouble focusing on other things, and I just feel like my life is sometimes in shambles if my house is dirty. And so this is something that for me personally helps me to feel less anxious, more organized, like I have my life together. And so this is something I desperately want to be better about. I know there's a ton of cleaning schedule templates online and on Pinterest, but I found that none of those for me were exactly what I was looking for. So I found this app, and it's called Toady. And no judgment on my app, okay guys, because I set this up a while ago and I kind of let it fall to the wayside, but I'm gonna get better about it. I'm gonna get back into it and use it again. But basically, this is a paid app. It's just a couple of dollars, but it allows you to customize it for your specific home. So you create a room for every one of your rooms. You add a task for every single task that you would need to do in that room. And then for every task, you assign how frequently you want to do that task. So this is perfect. It allows you to be super customized to your space, and then it actually sends you reminders on when you need to clean or do that task. There's even a vacation feature, so if you're going on vacation, you can set that so it kind of pauses everything, and it's just amazing at how much you can customize. And again, this just helps me to feel like I can avoid those marathon cleaning weekends, because for me personally, you know, I have a 7-month-old daughter, and it's hard to have those cleaning weekends. Honestly, I just want to spend time with her. You know, if she's awake, I don't want to be running around cleaning and feeling like I have to tackle everything around the house. If I can break it up into more manageable bits and do it every day, then I'll get to really enjoy those moments with her and be present and not worried about my dirty, messy house. So that's my motivation for tackling that this year, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe you're feeling the same way that I am, and having a dirty house just overwhelms you and you've been looking for something to help you stay on top of it, then maybe check out that Toady app. Again, it is a couple of dollars, but it really is worth it to have it super customized to your space, and most of us already have our phone with us all the time, so it's nice to have it right there. All right, let's chat personal finance. My first tip for getting your year off to a great start in regards to your finances is to create a budget. This is something I am super passionate about because I think it is so important to assign a purpose for all of your money. It is so easy for us to feel like our money is out of our control and like we just don't know where it's going. But if you create a budget, you're assigning a place for every single one of your dollars, and it can truly make such a difference. So if you're not already, I really recommend creating a monthly budget. I actually have a monthly budget spreadsheet that I created and that I've been using for our family for years and years, and I have it for sale, and so I'll have it linked below if you're interested in checking that out. It's just a couple dollars, and it honestly made the biggest difference in us sticking to our budget and also in achieving our financial goals when we were trying to pay off our debt and save up for an emergency fund and all that good stuff. So I'll have it linked below if you're interested. But again, I just think this is such an important thing to do if you aren't already doing it. It's a great way to get your year off to a great start, and it's a great way to get your finances in order too. My next tip to get your finances off to a great start in the new year is to save up for larger purchases throughout the year in smaller increments. First thing that comes to mind, Christmas. Guys, Christmas is December 25th every year. That never changes. And so what I would do right now that it's January, you have the entire year to save up for Christmas. So what I would do is I would calculate how much you need for Christmas this year in 2021, and I would divide it by 12, and then that amount is the amount that you need to save up every month, starting now in January until December. And then by the time December rolls around, you already have all the amount saved up. And so when you're spending and you're buying gifts, it's such a relief to know that you've already saved up for it. You're not having to put things on credit cards or figure out where the money is coming from. I'm telling you guys, it makes the biggest difference in feeling like you are organized and on top of things. So that's what I would recommend. Do it right now. It's January. You'll thank me in December, I promise. This tip of saving up in smaller increments also applies to any trips that you have planned or any major purchases, maybe some big home improvement things that you have planned. Think of when you need that amount by, think of how much you think you're gonna need, or maybe you know the exact amount, and then start saving now. Divide it up by the amount of time, and you'll feel so much less of an impact on your budget if you are saving up for those things regularly and in small increments rather than waiting until you go to make the purchase. Try to look at your year as a whole, plan out some things that you know you're gonna need to save up for, and then start saving in small increments. Just like my monthly budget spreadsheet, I also have created a Christmas budget spreadsheet template that I have used for years. I'll have that linked below as well, just in case you're interested in checking that out. And it has been so helpful in helping me to decide how much I need to save up for Christmas each month. And it also has given me space to decide how much I want to budget for each person that I'm buying for. And then as it does come closer to Christmas, there's a spot to put how much you've already spent, so you can kind of track your spending as well. Again, I'll have both of those links listed below just in case you're curious about checking those out. They've been really helpful for me, and this is a great time to get started on both of those if that's something that you feel like you want to focus on in getting this year off to a great start. All right, my last tip is, again, a more specific one, but that is to review your insurance. For us, that is our car insurance and our homeowner's insurance. I take some time at the beginning of each year to review how much we're paying monthly for these, and then I reach out to my insurance agents and I ask them for new updated quotes. Even if nothing has changed, like we haven't bought any new cars, we haven't been in any accidents, we haven't filed any claims for our home, nothing has changed, but sometimes just getting an updated quote, I'm not sure the magic behind it because I don't really know much about insurance, but sometimes just asking for an updated quote and them running your numbers can get you an updated premium. So this definitely takes a little bit of planning and a little bit of time, but it's really pretty simple if you have an insurance agent to just email or call them, ask them to run those quotes. Or if you don't have a specific person that you work with, you can always do some quotes online as well. I really like to take some time at the beginning of each year to do this because these are things that we can just kind of forget about because they're just on auto pay. We just pay for them monthly, and they're necessities, of course. But sometimes there is a better price out there, and it certainly doesn't hurt to take a little bit of time to try to see if you can get a better price. Every year that I've been doing this, I've been able to get a better rate, and so this is something that I definitely prioritize doing at the beginning of each year, and even if it saves me a couple of dollars each month, that's awesome. I can apply those couple of dollars to another financial goal, or I just have some extra spending money, which I also appreciate. So this is something that I definitely recommend incorporating into your beginning of the year tasks, and this will help you to feel like you're getting your year off to a great and organized start. Thank you so much for watching and just for taking a few minutes out of your day to hang out with me and hopefully learn something about getting your year off to a great start. I really do appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below, what are some things that you do to get your year off to a great start? I would love to chat with you guys in the comments and just talk about ways that we help ourselves feel more organized and more on top of things, because there is no better feeling. That is seriously one of my favorite things in the world, is just feeling like I have my life together, and it rarely happens, but it is certainly one of my favorite feelings. And so I would just love to chat with you guys about some ways that you help your life to feel more put together, because maybe I'll learn something from you. I'm always on the lookout for ways to help me feel more organized and on top of things. If you aren't already, I really hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel so that you won't miss any of my future content about lifestyle, frugal living, and some motherhood stuff sprinkled in. Again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I will see you in my next one.